Hey, so thank you for tuning in with another cooking tutorial. Shout out to Ray Mack's Kitchen and Grill, because this is where I got this southern style stewed chicken recipe from. So I'm gonna go ahead and mimic everything that he did, and hopefully that this recipe comes out right. This will be my first time just eyeballing stuff without measuring it, and so I hope you guys do enjoy, and I hope you guys love anything southern style with rice, chicken, and thick old gravy. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys my ingredients. I have all my ingredients listed right here. All of this should be at least under $20, and it shouldn't cost that much. So what you see here is butter, you see chicken bouillon, you see garlic and herb seasoning, salt, pepper, 1 full onion, and of course the main ingredient, chicken thighs. Now I did not place flour in here, but you will need flour when it comes down to making your slurry. So we have butter, chicken bouillon, garlic and herb seasoning, salt, pepper, onions, and chicken thighs. I'm going to start by going ahead and placing the chicken thighs in a pot. What you want to do is you want to fill the pot with water, but you want to put enough water to cover the chicken. You don't want to put too much water in there because it will take longer for the water to boil out, as well as you don't want to make that much of a slurry, aka your gravy base that you're going to go ahead and have in your pot. So as I went ahead and added the water, I'm going to go ahead and grab my onion. I'm going to go ahead and chop my onion up. It can be in big pieces, it can be in small pieces. It's solely up to you. I prefer big, medium sized pieces. And so I went ahead and put my onions in the pot, stirred them around so I can separate them, make sure that they get evenly distributed. And then next I'm going to go ahead and add 1 stick of butter. Now some people use a little over a half a stick, but I just went ahead and used a whole stick, mainly because my stick of butter was not that thick. So yeah, there's my stick of butter. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that to my water, and I'm just going to go ahead and stir that around. Now as I am stirring all of these ingredients around, my pot is on. It's on a little high. I'm going to go ahead and add my pepper. You are going to season to taste. Everyone has a different taste bud, so season to taste. I like lots of pepper in my food. So I went ahead and added my pepper. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my salt. Again, season to taste. We're just eyeballing this. This is the same method that Ray used, and I'm using the same thing. Next will be our chicken bouillon flavor. Go ahead and add that to your pot with the rest of your ingredients. Next, we're going to go ahead and add our garlic and herb all-purpose seasoning. Now, I usually use Mrs. Dash, but I came across this seasoning mainly because of the price, but it's really good and it smells amazing. Now you're going to go ahead and you're going to get your utensil and you're going to stir that all around, making sure that it gets evenly distributed again. And that's really all you need to do at this point on. You're going to go ahead and place your top over the pot, and you're going to let this sit. I let it sit for about 45 minutes, or we can just let it boil down to where the water is right above the chicken, where the chicken is showing a little bit. So as time went by, I'm seeing that my water is boiling down. You can look around the rim of the pot to see where the water was and where it is now, just because of the little seasoning residue. I'm just mixing everything in and making sure that everything is being cooked on all sides. Doesn't that look wonderful. That looks so good, and I can't wait to add my slurry mix and thicken that right on up. So what you're going to need to make your slurry, you're going to need some all-purpose flour, which I have right here. I have about a cup. That's probably the only thing I did measure. 1 cup of flour, and then I went ahead and got 1 cup of water to make my slurry. That's all you need, nothing more, nothing less. 1 cup of water and 1 cup of flour. Now you're going to pour the water gradually, and you're going to whisk it all together. You don't want to pour too much water because sometimes you don't want it too watery. A little at a time goes a long way. And as you can see, I'm adding more water so that I can make it more of a loose substance. You don't want it too thick. You want it more of a loose substance. And I'm going to be whisking and whisking for a while, not too long, but I just want to make sure that I get all the flour that's in the corner of the bowl. I need to get everything, so that's why I'm like leaning it over to the side, back and forth, as you can see, and adding more water until I have that substance that I want. And that's how you want your slurry to look. You want it to be pretty fine, not too watery and not too thick. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my pot. And as you can see, the water has now boiled down to the point where you can see the top layer of the skin. I'm going to gradually add my slurry. Don't want to add too much because you don't want it to be too thick. So I'm just going to gradually add my slurry, and you can already see the water color change. You can already see the slurry doing what it's supposed to do. Supposed to slur that liquid right on up into some delicious gravy. I'm going to gradually add some more, and you just gradually add more of your slurry over time. Now, I didn't end up using all of my slurry. I had a little bit of slurry left over just in case I wanted my gravy to be a little thicker. I had some slurry left over to add if need be, but it turned out that I didn't need it. You see that thickening right on up, the onions, everything. I wish you guys can smell this. It smells so delicious. And you're just gonna whisk it until it's all evenly mixed. That's my remaining slurry, and I'm gonna go ahead and sit that to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and place my top back on the pot. I'm turning my heat down to a low, and I'm gonna let that cook for about 45 minutes, and then I'll come back and check on it. This is what your ending result should start to look like. Oh my goodness, look at that gravy. Look at all of that seasoning. I wish you guys can like smell this. It smells like home. Like it gives you a warm home sensation feeling. The skin is trying to fall off of the breast. The thigh, sorry. The skin is falling off of the thigh, and it's just, it smells so good. So I'm going to show you guys how I plate it. my food. Sometimes people just regularly use rice and chicken. I also did make a side of corn just in case that was an option. So I went ahead and I cooked my rice. I just went ahead and put it in a small bowl after I strained it. And I'm going to go ahead and add rice to both my bowls. I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken, and I'm going to top it off with some of that delicious southern gravy. You guys, look at this gravy. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hallelujah. Oh, I can feel it all in my bones. This is about to be delicioso. Yes, this is about to be delicious. Just look at that gravy, you guys. Not too watery, not too thick, just right. I'm so happy. And here we are with the finishing product. Just look at all that love on the plate. Look at the gravy. Look at the herbs. Look how the skin is falling off of the meat. It looks magnificent. The consistency of the gravy is just awesome. Like, just look at that. Look at all of that love in that bowl. The onions smell wonderful. Actually, everything smells wonderful. The consistency of the gravy is not too watery, and it's also not too thick. It's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And again, shout out to Ray Mack. I do appreciate your mother's recipe. We all love mom's recipes. They're to die for. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Southern style stewed chicken tutorial, and I will be posting more videos for you guys. Thank you, and see you next time.
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem.